So they're getting more sneaky about it. They're jumping in a little bit early to liquidate their contracts, and so we saw tons of downside volatility, not this last week, but the week before. And this week was the opposite. We had a big rally at the end of the week. So anyway, we'll leave it there.
Yeah, we'll throw it back to Bill, and Bill, we'll let you land this plane in order for us to get into the next episode.
Yeah, no. This is a fascinating conversation. I'm just going to add one brief thing to the current conversation before we get into AI, and that's a question about the media narrative. And and Rana doesn't know this, but I spent several decades as a business and financial news journalist. And I would argue that the voices in the market are the voices in the market. They've always been there. What media has done, because they needed to, is they amplified those voices. And in amplifying those voices, suddenly we think, oh, we should pay attention to those voices.
Yeah.
But the media decides where the spotlight's going to land.
Well, yeah, and the joke's on the listener, because those voices have always been there, and the people in the market have always known that those voices were there, but now they're throwing them out there, and the net result is that it creates a hyperbole, and it creates a misleading narrative. And, and I ultimately agree with pretty much all of the comments that were made in terms of like looking at that media narrative and being very careful about listening to it, because as you have all pointed out, you do not know the perspective from which those voices are coming. And everybody, when it comes to money, has a perspective. Never forget that one, okay?